Welcome to the channel, everyone. I'm Skratch. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. Hope you guys are having an amazing Sunday. Guys, we've got so many news, so many events, and as usual, whenever I'm away, it seems like everything happens in-game. This week, we had the biggest update that we probably had this year, right? We had the new clan boss, the Chimera, tons of new things, the relics, tons of events, including a new Titan event, of course, which gives us a chance to get Sir Nicholas. We're going to talk about that in a second as well. And by the looks of it, we actually have the Path of Power event, which will start tomorrow, which most likely will give us a chance to get a soul for He-Man. And the fusion is coming to an end, finally. We have the Summon Rush, which will give us some points for the Titan event. Seems like we can get 220, if I'm not mistaken. We need around 7 Sacred Shards to get all of these done. And we have double points for Ancient Shards, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yes, 100 points for Ancient Shards. We're gonna have, of course, a Soul Chase tournament starting tomorrow, which is a bit odd because we had a 2x on Soulstones recently, so I'm not expecting to have another 2x, but maybe they're going to surprise us, so we're gonna have to wait and see, basically. No CVC this week, but instead we are going to have, of course, the Siege mode. And we're going to have tons of summoning events, which we are going to discuss in just a moment. We're going to have summoning events Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, guys. Some very strong champions, though, so it's definitely a good bait. One thing that I want to mention, the Christmas Fusion won't start just yet. So either you're going to try to basically get this event done, the Pair of Light event, most likely, is going to require us to summon. We can check actually that in the news, if I'm not mistaken. We might actually get some information, yes. Summon champions, get artifacts and accessories. And we can get an avatar frame, and most likely the soul for He-Man, yes. There we go. So we can get his soul, most likely a 5-star soul. I'm not sure if they're planning to do a 2-star, 3-star, 4-star, 5-star, or they're just gonna put a 5-star and that's it. Usually it's better when they're giving us an option to pick, basically, from multiple souls. If we're quickly going to check the calendar, guys, to see if we're going to have something else together with the Soul Chase tournament, by the looks of it, it doesn't seem like they have anything planned, or at least nothing in the calendar. No Sand Devils Necropolis tournament that will start tomorrow. Maybe we're going to have one on Tuesday, but we don't have the information just yet. Now, I quickly want to talk 1 minute about the Yuletide Titan event. The rewards are decent. You do need to get 2,000 points to get Sir Nicholas. And I know the majority of you guys probably are wondering, is this champion still good? Is this champion worth getting? Is he gonna benefit my team whatsoever? To be honest with you guys, he's okay. He really got power crap, sorry. Like, he's not doing much in any content whatsoever. He's not trash. He's not amazing. He's an average legendary champion. That's what Sir Nicholas is in 2024. Now, they've promised something that Sir Nicholas will make the new champion more powerful, right? We don't know if she's the Christmas Fusion. She might be the Christmas Fusion. We haven't seen the kit yet or anything like that. Maybe it's not going to be the Christmas Fusion. Either way, if you don't have Sir Nicholas and you have the resources to go and get him, it's not a bad thing to do it. But do not have super high expectations from the champion. He's more like a Pokemon champion that everybody wants to collect, basically. Leaving all that on the side, guys, let's talk about the summoning events. So as I mentioned, we're going to have a lot of OP champions this time around. I know a lot of you guys will get tempted. Starting with Monday. So this Monday, December 9th, they're planning to launch a progressive chance event, giving you at least a 15x chance to summon the champions of your dreams from the selected pool from Ancient, Primal, Sacred, and Void Shards. Starting with the very first champion, we're not going to have any epics, guys, just legendaries. So the very first one is Vulcanos. I know a lot of you guys want this bad boy. And last time, we actually did not have him on the 15x together with the other faction unity champions. Very powerful champion. Honestly, he's tons of fun. I still haven't played mine much since I got him, right? To be honest, I did not really have a lot of time to play for the last couple of weeks. But either way, the passive, everything in general with this champion is just very, very nasty. And you have a couple of different options on how you can build him. Either you go with Stone Skin and you go with Savage, which most likely is going to get him transformed into a ship, especially in the higher tiers of Arena. Or you can go with Pinpoint, Savage, Pinpoint, Stone Skin, or just Pinpoint, because he will ignore a lot of defense from his kit. That, of course, if you are bringing him a couple of demon spawns, if I'm not mistaken, yes. So you need 2 faction allies. But to be honest, 1 is enough, because the whole idea is that he puts these burns and he activates them, and he deals so much damage with these guys whenever they buff your champions. It's just crazy. Like, he's melting the enemy team without actually touching them. You know, it's actually pretty nasty. Then, the next one on the list is going to be Artak. Pretty awesome champion if you're looking to basically improve your Spider's Den team, your Ice Golem farm team, and yeah, you can use him in Hydra. He's not the best in Hydra, but he's not a bad champion. He was a free champion, this one. AoE HP burn, activates the HP burn, AoE decrease attack, and you have increases the duration of HP burn on each target by 1 turn. The passive is a bit all over the place, increasing his stats and stuff. He's not a bad champion, right? But I wouldn't summon for him on a 15x, especially that the new fusion that we got decreases the HP burn as well, right? He's still gonna need another burn activator to really shine. Now, he is pretty good for the Ice Golem, though, so I'm definitely gonna give him that. I'm not gonna take it away from him. Then we have Mishinaki. It seems like this first day is all about HP burn. Mishinaki is still a strong champion for the Hydra clan boss. You have the burn right here. You have the defense down, decrease attack. The Hex removes buffs. The passive, defense aura in all battles. Best build for him is still Savage or Merciless at the moment. If you're really struggling to get him to pump in big damage, you can, of course, build him on a Relentless set, and like that, he's going to play the role of a debuffer rather than just a raw damage dealer, you know, which, by the way, he's just an amazing champion all around. Then, we have Cisia Flametongue. I've got her recently. I still need to get my masteries on her, if I'm not mistaken, and I cannot wait, actually, to pair her with Vulcanos and try some funky things. She's pretty nice. The problem is that in order to really activate her, you gotta make sure you're landing all of the HP burn. The 3% chance that we have in the game can be pretty annoying. If you do that, you're gonna gain the extra turn and move into the A2, land defense down, weaken. If you pair her with Cardiel, for example, in Hydra, they're very strong. And overall, she can smack. She has decent multipliers, good base stats overall, except the HP and the speed, right? But other than that, she can put in some serious damage in terms of raw damage rather than just the HP burn activation. And yeah, not a bad champion. Build-wise, you can go Savage, you can go Relentless if you want to ensure that you're gaining a lot of extra turns to land all of the debuffs. Then we have Sulfurion on the list. Very, very powerful, especially for the Lizard team. He's the GOAT. It's all about his A2. Having the ability to land the HP burn and instantly activate it is massive. You're gaining the shield, you're gaining a Thermeter from the passive, you can revive the A1 as well, which gains a bit of extra Thermeter. Best build for him, either you're going Stone Skin with Pinpoint, depending if you're using a full team of Lizards or not. Or, of course, you can just go with very high accuracy and speed. It really depends where you're using him, to be honest, right? Even a bolster set can work in some situations. Now, the main thing with him, guys, what I've seen recently after the patch, is that even though I'm running a full Lizard team with Theox, it's getting polymorphed. So I'm not sure exactly what's happening, because the whole team should be immune to polymorph. It's definitely some bug in the coding, but it started getting polymorphed in a team of 4 Lizards, which is pretty weird, to be honest. But he's a very solid champion. Then we have one more on the list, guys, and that is Venus. I love my Venus, actually. I'm running her in Hydra, and yes, super solid. You have the AoE HP burn, defense down, weaken. If you pair her with Cupidus, you can get some massive value. They were part of the meta in Arena for a little while, to be honest, her and Cupidus. The A1 with poisons. Not a bad champion for the Chimera as well, because you have so many things in her kit, right? HP burn, poisons, defense down, weaken. All of this will help you to complete more trials, right? If you don't have different options. Void Affinity. Best build for her for Hydra, in my opinion, is definitely Cursed. A Curse set. You can pair a Curse set with a 4-piece Merciless or with an Impulse set and just try to gain massive value from there. 2 AoE attacks, which are definitely very, very helpful. Moving over to Tuesday, same story. 15x from all of the shards, giving you a chance to get the champions of your dreams, and we do have more faction unity champions, starting with Aislinn the Stalwart. I would actually like an Aislinn on my account just for the siege, but to be honest with you guys, other than the siege mode, I'm not finding this champion extremely wow. Yes, he was enabling Ironclad to do some crazy things with this skill right here. The rest, yeah, good for the siege mode. I'm not really seeing massive potential out of the champion anywhere else. Now, we might get the new faction wars that honestly will require these champions. I'm not sure exactly what is planning to do with the faction wars. I know they are working on something, most likely for the next year. So maybe the faction unity champions will become very important in there. You know, he's not a bad champion though. A supersonic build can be really nice for that siege mode. Then we have Armand the Magnificent. Yes, please give me 4 more of these bad boys so I can make a +4. Very nasty champion. I don't have to tell you, he's basically the checkmate in a live arena. You're picking him, the opponent 99% will basically ban him, which gives you the upper hand because you know exactly what the opponent will ban, and you can actually structure your team much better. He's one of those champions that, in my opinion, changed the meta in a good way for the low spenders, free to play, that now have a chance to win versus the teams loaded with mythicals, you know? So I know a lot of you guys hate Armands, but I think he was a needed evil, okay? Because it just gives people a chance to win fights versus super OP teams, right? The control that he has is powerful. Putting somebody into a ship, stripping the buffs, you know, the passive, pretty much everything overall is very solid. Best build, Stone Skin, Perception, just give him a lot of speed and accuracy. Pinpoint as well, why not? It can be very helpful. Then we have Staltus Dragonbane. I have a feeling that, I don't know, it feels like a deja vu. It's like I've read this list last week, but seems like, here we go again, Staltus Dragonbane. Double hit, chance to stun, increase defense, decrease crit damage, decrease speed. It can be very nice for the Dragon Slayer. He's probably the best champion for hard mode, to be honest. It's all about the passive. You don't need accuracy. You can build him either on regeneration, you can build him on Stone Skin, super slow, and just have him tank the hits from the dragon and basically send all the poisons back to the dragon and slowly kill the boss. Overall, a strong champion. You can build him as a nuker as well. Then we have Samson the Smasher. I'm not a fan of this champion. I feel like his multipliers are pretty weak sauce. And other than that, he's not really bringing anything interesting to the table. Yes, he can be very useful in the siege mode, most like in the curse series. But other than that, faction wars and I don't know. I guess some people will use him in lower tiers in arena, but you're not gonna have a chance to do anything with him in high-end arena, right? So, chance to stun, AoE attack, removes increased defense, not bad. Extra hit if the first attack kills an enemy. He buffs the entire team with increased accuracy, increased crit damage for himself, and then the extra turn. Passive, nothing too insane, but not bad either. Best build for this champion, Savage. You want him to pump as much damage as possible, even though he's not really gonna put insane numbers. Then we have Odin, Faithfather. Very nice champion, guys. Crazy speed aura for Void champions in arena. This skill is very powerful in live arena, in classic arena. The defense down, the stun, the removed buffs. This skill very powerful in all of the content, even in PvE content. The enemy max HP damage is just nuts. The passive is crazy annoying in live arena. You guys know it already. The A1 is okay, nothing special, but the rest of the kit really solid, especially that passive. Then we have Arnon the Shining. which should be the new dwarf if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. This is a champion that's mainly designed for live arena, in my opinion. For classic arena, he's just not going to be fast enough in terms of how much damage he deals and stuff like that. But for live arena, he's definitely really, really interesting, especially with the passive, putting Stone Skin on himself, then instantly being able to just go in and do some serious damage. You know, you have this AoE attack, you have this skill right here. Overall, a solid champion. You want to build him on a Savage, you want to build him on Merciless. You don't need to build him on Stone Skin, because his passive will provide, basically, right? And yeah, he doesn't have the craziest damage, as I mentioned, but he's not a bad champion. I would like one of them for live arena, to be honest. Then moving over to Wednesday, guys. Another day, another dollar, right? Legare Theox being the first champion on the list. Yes, I know, you want him. Who doesn't want this bad boy? Crazy good damage. I haven't tried him on the Chimera yet. Very curious to see how he's going to perform in there. I feel like in the right combo, he can actually really do some serious work. You have this A1, which is crazy. For Hydra, he lost quite a bit of value because of this. He already deals a lot of damage. So when you're bringing in the ally to join in the attack, most likely either you're killing the head with Theox before the ally can join, either the ally might only drop in a hit if he's a multi-hitter. This skill is pretty nice, increasing his stats. This is amazing. Arena, pretty much everywhere. Super powerful. Buffing himself, the extra hit on enemies under debuffs, blocking revive, ignoring all of the important buffs, strength and ally protection, shield, extra damage for each debuff. The passive is crazy good. All allies are immune to ship, even though I'm 100% sure that this is bugged at the moment. The aura is pretty good as well, so yeah, he is definitely the GOAT. Then we have Harima. I would love 4 more Harimas, hell yeah. Very, very good for pretty much all of the content. Dungeons, clan bosses, Hydra, regular clan boss, Chimera, Arena, Live Arena, Siege Mode, Curse City, Faction Wars. My god, everywhere basically, right? It's amazing. She can provoke AoE damage. This skill increases her defense up to 30%, up to 100%, sorry, and decreases the defense up to 30% on a target. That's what makes her so crazy. If you kill somebody, instantly activates the A3. The A1 has a chance to land decrease attack. Best build, Stone Skin plus Savage, guys. And you're going to gain massive value. You guys know the passive, very familiar with her kit, right? But she is absolutely insane. Then we have a champion that she absolutely destroyed, okay? And that is Candraphone. I feel like the last time when I've seen Candraphone in Arena was before Harima was added in the game. Since then, Candraphone disappeared. And honestly, she's absolutely demolishing the demon spawns. He's still not a bad champion. His A1 is still hitting super hard, right? You have the AoE, which is nice. The self buff, the passive with the damage reduction, but he's lacking a lot in the current meta. He had his time basically, right? He was trash when they released him, then they buffed him. He was amazing, and then he disappeared, right? Power creep. That's how you would call that. But he's not a bad champion. He's not an amazing one either. Then we have Hansel Witch Hunter. You know, I really had higher hopes for this duo. Unfortunately, their multipliers are not great. I'm not a fan because of the multipliers. I feel like they could have done so much better. Their kits sound OP, but the multipliers are lacking, which are making these champions pretty weak. Him and Gretel, right? They're just not that amazing. I'm not saying that you cannot gain some decent damage with both of the champions in the Hydra or in other content, but they're not top tier legendaries, right? So if you guys want to collect the Pokemon, you know what you have to do. 15x, pray and spray. Then we have King Narcissus. Very powerful champion. Live Arena, Classic Arena, tons of other PvP related content. He's not that great for PvE, but for PvP, he is one of the GOATs. Ignoring shield and strengthen is massive. The passives, again, it's massive. Funny enough, he's not ignoring all of the passives, just for some specific champions, which is a bit weird, to be honest. But hey, Blocking Revive with this skill is nasty. Extra turn if Ancora is on the same team. The A1 increasing the duration of cooldowns is very, very nice too. The passive, very helpful. And HP Aura for all battles. Savage, Stone Skin, go, go, go. Or Lethal. Lethal is the equivalent of Savage, just a slightly better version, guys. And we have the final champion on the menu, and that is Leorius the Proud. Yeah, he definitely dropped a lot out of the meta. I feel like initially in Live Arena he was pretty interesting. In Classic Arena for a while he was very strong, mainly because of this skill right here, being immune to all of these crowd control debuffs. You know, you have the Fear, the Weaken, nice passive, defense down, pretty decent damage, very good damage once his passive activates and he's like on no HP and stuff. With increased attack he can absolutely obliterate, but it's pretty hard to get him there, right? Other than that, there isn't much to tell you about the champion. He's not bad, he's just not what he used to be, and that's mainly for the majority of the champions. Power creep is just out of control in this game for the last 1 year or so, and yeah, it's basically the result of that, but not a bad champion. Either way, that's pretty much everything for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Are you planning to summon for any of these champions? I am back and do expect to see quite a few guides dropping in on the Chimera in the next few days. I honestly did not have a chance to really grind it, try it out before I left, and I just wanted to make sure I'm getting everything under control perfectly to be able to drop you some serious guides. And as expected, as I mentioned in some of the previous videos, Toshiro seems crazy for this boss, and for my surprise, guess who's the #1 damage dealer? Toshiro. Yes, as expected. But either way, guys, I'll catch you all in the next one. Stay safe, enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.